Everyone entering our campuses is required to follow strict protocols designed to prevent the spread of COVID-19. Del Mar College adheres to guidelines established by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, as well as directives issued by the federal, state, and local governments. Here's what we're asking of those who visit our facilities. Prior to coming to campus, everyone is asked to take personal accountability for their health and the health of others by conducting a daily self-symptom assessment. Anyone showing symptoms of the virus who has tested positive or has had close contact with someone who has COVID-19 should not come to campus. Once on campus, everyone must practice social distancing. The CDC reports that limiting face-to-face contact with others is the best way to reduce the spread of COVID-19. This means keeping a space of at least 6 feet between yourself and other people, or about 2 arms length. We also ask that you limit using elevators, walkways, and hallways as much as possible, and be sure to use marked entrances and exits. Secondly, wearing a face covering is required on our campuses. This can be a face mask or a cloth covering. According to the CDC, cloth face coverings can slow the spread of COVID-19 and prevent people who may have the virus and not know it from transmitting it to others. If you don't have your own face covering, we will provide one. Prevention hygiene is our third major protocol. We ask that everyone wash their hands frequently and use alcohol-based sanitizer when soap and water are not available. Avoid touching your face, eyes, or nose, and please cover your mouth when coughing or sneezing. Finally, it's important to limit gatherings and meetings while on campus. Meeting remotely should be a first option. If that's not possible, limit the number of participants in face-to-face meetings, practice social distancing, and provide a remote option for those who can't attend. These health and safety protocols can be modified at any time depending on changing conditions. Although access to our campuses is restricted, our physical facility staff are regularly cleaning and disinfecting classrooms, offices, restrooms, hallways, and all touch points. Del Mar College will continue to take all necessary precautions as long as there is a risk of COVID-19 spread in our community. For more information on our health and safety protocols, visit us on the web at www.delmar.edu/RTC.
Well, it's always good to come back to my roots and come back here and, get to show my experience, all the techniques that I've learned in my past, in my career. It's been 20 years since I've been here. Chocolate is pretty versatile, and so I really want to show different applications and how we can build showpieces and then just kind of bringing that structure together and then get to see all that, in a short period of time. For me, showing this to the students, they're the future. They're the next step's going to be the next step, stepping in line. So it's good to show them this stuff because hopefully they'll take that step and just want to push themselves and make themselves a better chef, a better cook, a better person, and hopefully that they want to push themselves as well too. And this is why I want to do this because, I just want to let them know I was a student too. I was in their shoes at one point, really quiet. I never said a word back there in the back. I was just be looking. I was like, I really want to do that. So, that was perfect, So I always push myself during my career and I just like sharing that knowledge that what
Here's how you can retrieve your Del Mar College student ID, username, email, and password. Step 1. Go to delmar.edu and click the drop-down menu. If you're on mobile, and click WebDMC. If you're on a desktop or laptop, you can find the WebDMC link at the top of the page. Step 2. Click the Don't Have a Student ID or Username, Get Them Here link on the left of the page. Step 3. You'll see two fields that you'll have to fill out: student ID and date of birth. For the student ID portion, if you don't have one, put in your social security number. Step 4. Enter your date of birth in the field, and then click the Submit button. Step 5. Read through Del Mar College Computer and Network Resources Statement of Acceptable Use, and once you've read through it, click Accept. Step 6. Save the student ID, username, college email address, and the PIN on the page. Your PIN is your temporary password. Thank you for watching. Let us know what the next how-to video should be in the comments. While the COVID-19 pandemic has fundamentally changed the learning environment at Del Mar College, our number one priority continues to be the health and safety of our students, employees, and guests. Everyone entering our campuses is required to follow strict protocols designed to prevent the spread of COVID-19. Del Mar College adheres to guidelines established by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, as well as directives issued by the federal, state, and local governments. Here's what we're asking of those who visit our facilities. Prior to coming to campus, everyone is asked to take personal accountability for their health and the health of others by conducting a daily self-symptom assessment. Anyone showing symptoms of the virus who has tested positive or has had close contact with someone who has COVID-19 should not come to campus. Once on campus, everyone must practice social distancing. The CDC reports that limiting face-to-face contact with others is the best way to reduce the spread of COVID-19. This means keeping a space of at least 6 feet between yourself and other people, or about 2 arms length. We also ask that you limit using elevators, walkways, and hallways as much as possible, and be sure to use marked entrances and exits. Secondly, wearing a face covering is required on our campuses. This can be a face mask or a cloth covering. According to the CDC, cloth face coverings can slow the spread of COVID-19 and prevent people who may have the virus and not know it from transmitting it to others. If you don't have your own face covering, we will provide one. Prevention hygiene is our third major protocol. We ask that everyone wash their hands frequently and use alcohol-based sanitizer when soap and water are not available. Avoid touching your face, eyes, or nose, and please cover your mouth when coughing or sneezing. Finally, it's important to limit gatherings and meetings while on campus. Meeting remotely should be a first option. If that's not possible, limit the number of participants in face-to-face meetings, practice social distancing, and provide a remote option for those who can't attend. These health and safety protocols can be modified at any time depending on changing conditions. Although access to our campuses is restricted, our physical facility staff are regularly cleaning and disinfecting classrooms, offices, restrooms, hallways, and all touch points. Del Mar College will continue to take all necessary precautions as long as there is a risk of COVID-19 spread in our community. For more information on our health and safety protocols, visit us on the web at www.delmar.edu/RTC.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Leonard Rivera with Del Mar College's Continuing Education and Off-Campus Programs, and welcome to our live Facebook session today. And we're going to be covering a number of program areas that includes our fast-track programs in the industrial trades area, our healthcare area, and our business administration type areas. We have a lot of information to share with you this afternoon. I hope that you sit back and relax and really join in. And certainly you'll have the opportunity to ask questions at every juncture of the point that we go through the session. But you'll be able the opportunity to meet our designated program manager or directors of those respective areas. And you'll have the opportunity to ask questions and really get some good information about how to fast track your career forward or upskill your career skill sets so that you can get the career that you really want to go for going forward. So at Del Mar College, we're all about getting you ready for the next career. We're getting you ready for the career that you're in and for those career promotions that I know that you are entitled to and that you've earned outright. So continuing education is really about enhancing your skills that you have already and taking them to the next level. And many of our programs, as you'll see in a few minutes, have the opportunity to be transcribed for college credit towards a occupational skills award and even associate's degrees and further as you go down the pipeline. So again, we are here to serve you. Del Mar College is all about community. Our core values are about community and about serving you, our citizens of the Coastal Bend. And at this point, what I want to do is want to turn the program over to Ms. Melinda Aguilar. She's our Director of Continuing Education. And Melinda's going to talk to you and moderate the program from this point forward. And then I'll catch you on the way back before we close out the program. So again, sit back and relax. And we have a lot of great information coming your way. Melinda?
Hi, everybody. My name is Melinda Aguilar. I'm the Director of Continuing Education here at Del Mar College. I want to welcome all the Del Mar College Vikings and future Vikings out there. We're so glad you could join us. For those of you who could not join us today, this video is going to be available at a later time on the Del Mar College channel. We're going to be telling you a little bit about our programs here in Continuing Ed, and then we're going to be taking your questions for a Q&A. So make sure that you post your questions in the comments box. So you may have heard about our CE programs. You may have heard about our popular healthcare programs or maybe our construction programs such as carpentry. We have very popular safety programs. We also work in the high schools providing programs for career technical education. In addition, we have personal enrichment programs, lots of community offerings such as our seniors and youth camps. So we have a wide variety of programs available to the public, and most likely we have something for everyone. So today we're going to be talking about our career training programs. I'm going to give you a brief overview of our CE programs, and then we're going to hear from our staff who will provide us some information that you will find very helpful. So what are career training programs? Well, these are sometimes referred to as short-term career programs that prepare individuals for employment. So if you enroll in one of our short-term career training programs, you're going to qualify for a certificate or an industry-based certification in a high-demand field that's going to help you to become employable, and it's going to give you the edge that you need to get that job. So maybe you're looking for trying to transition into a new profession, you're making a career change, maybe you've been out of the workforce for a while. Our programs are going to help you to get that job. You will hear more about these programs here in just a moment from some of our dedicated staff. And our courses are mostly short in duration. They're lasting anywhere from 1 to 16 weeks. We also partner with our college credit programs, and we offer students what are called mirrored courses. So these mirrored courses allow our CE students to enroll in a college credit program and begin a degree program as a CE student. So these mirrored courses, they're going to give our CE student an opportunity to explore degree programs with limited pressure. It's also going to help them to prepare for the rigor of a college credit class. Students also can earn what's called an Occupational Skills Award, or an OSA. So this is going to be a sequence of courses. They're going to be TSI waived. They're going to include occupations on our local target occupations list. So if you're not familiar with our local target occupations list, these are going to be the jobs that are in demand for the Coastal Bend area. These awards are going to prepare our students for the workforce. They're going to give them the training they need to get immediate employment. So we also provide high-quality instruction at a low cost. Our programs are very affordable, especially compared to some of the other proprietary schools and the career technical schools. Our programs are taught by qualified instructors. You're going to find jobs in their fields. They're going to bring that real-world experience to the classroom. They engage our students in instruction that's going to prepare them for the workforce. So in some of your classes, you're going to learn hands-on skills in the classroom, or maybe in the healthcare lab. You might be working in a shop for one of our construction classes. Our classrooms are located at the Del Mar College Center for Economic Development, which is located at Staples and Custores. And we also have locations at our Northwest Center in Calallen. And then we have some classrooms located at the Del Mar College West Campus. So because of the COVID-19 pandemic, where we could, we moved some of our classes on to an online format. So of course, there are some courses that inevitably, they're gonna have to be done in the classroom. But for those classes, we've offered them in a hybrid format, or we've postponed them until it's safest for our students to return. So our number one priority at Del Mar is that the safety of our students, and the college will make every effort to ensure that when we do return, we're going to take all the precautionary measures such as social distancing, face masks, and class sizes. So with our CE program, students do not have to submit an Applied Texas application. There are no TSI requirements, no entrance exams are required. Now, students must have some level of reading and writing comprehension. There are going to be some CE courses that do not require a high school diploma. However, if you're interested in obtaining your high school equivalency diploma, the college does have adult education programs available. So if you contact us at ce@delmar.edu, or you can call us at 698-2122, we can give you more information on those programs. So you might be thinking, these are great programs, but how am I going to be able to afford it? So there is financial aid opportunities available for our CE programs. Now you're going to have to fill out the 2021 free application for federal student aid, or otherwise known as the FAFSA form, to start the process. Our funding is provided by the Texas Public Education Grant, or the TPEG, for those programs and applicants that are eligible. We encourage you to start the application process early. If you go to delmar.edu/afford and you click on complete the FAFSA, it will get you started. Okay, so that's a broad overview of our CE programs. Now we're going to take a look at the programs that are offered under our industrial and trades careers. Okay, so some of our industrial and trades careers include our pipeline program, our plumbing. We also have landscape design, welding, millwright. We have carpentry skills programs, which we're going to hear about here in a little bit. We also have automotive, HVAC courses, millwright. We have OSHA courses as well that are offered. Some of these are offered at a discounted rate thanks to a grant that we received from the Texas Mutual Safety Fund. And then last but not least, we have GIS. If you're interested in maybe a geospatial technology career, this would be good for you too as well. Now, if you look on our slide, we have some of these programs are going to be offered in an online format, because we talked about how some of those classes, we had to transfer them over to an online format due to the COVID-19. All right, so if you have any questions about any of these programs, any of these CE programs, please post your comments in the box. And right now I'm going to turn it over to Arnold Mendez. Mr. Mendez is our project manager with continuing education, and he's going to tell us a little bit about the construction programs. Arnold.
Well, thank you, Melinda. My name is Arnold Mendez. I'm the project manager for the Rebuild Texas Carpentry Skills Training Program. And it's my pleasure to tell you a little bit about that program today. The focus on the program is training you to become an entry-level carpenter. And we do have classes that are going on right now. They will be finishing on October the 15th, but we do have some new sessions starting on October the 19th, and those will run till December the 17th, right before the winter break. And those classes are free. They've been paid for by a one-star Rebuild Texas Foundation grant, and so there's no cost at all for the program. We do have 3 classes that will be going on at that point in time. We have a class that will be going on in Refugio. We have another class that we're looking at getting possibly Gregory Portland, and we also have a class for sure that will be going on in Sinton. And did I mention that that was free? All these classes are free. And some of the things we'll cover in the class are OSHA 30. When the class is over, you'll get an OSHA 30 card, which is very sought after by the industry. You'll also get some training in drafting, introduction to blueprint reading. You'll also get a course in construction tools and techniques. And then the final course will be framing and general construction. This is about 280 hours of construction training. It takes approximately about 8 weeks. And the classes are Monday through Thursday, 8 to 5. Once again, did I mention that they're free? There's no charge for these classes. And as I mentioned, they've been paid for by a grant. When you finish the class, you'll be able to have a little background on hand tools, on power tools like the radial arm saw, the power saw, drills, various hand tools and power tools. Also, we'll train you on pneumatic tools. And if you'll notice behind me, I have a little mini house. And that little mini house is a house that we actually build during the course, during the time of the course. And so we do have a lot of hands-on, but we do have a lot of book work. It's about half book work and half hands-on. Because of the COVID delay, we're going to be having some other construction courses, probably starting in the spring. These will include plumbing, electrical, sheetrock, and possibly trim carpentry. So once again, I just want to let you know that the program that we have right now going on is a Rebuild Texas program. It's taught by very experienced instructors. I have about 45 years in the construction industry experience. We also have another 6 instructors that have about, I was counting it up the other day, about 250 years of construction experience between all of them. So I do encourage you, if you want to become an entry-level carpenter, to sign up for the Rebuild Texas program. Once again, it'll be starting on October the 19th. And did I mention it was free? So be sure that you sign up for that, and there is no cost at all. Our aim at Del Mar College is getting you back in the workforce. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and turn the program back over to Melinda.
Very good. Thank you, Arnold. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to move over to Allied Health. We're going to look at some of the Allied Health programs that are offered. And just a reminder, if you have any questions, you can post them in the comment section, and we'll get to those just as soon as we can. All right, so in our Allied Health department, you're going to find different courses, lots of different courses. You're going to see the electrocardiography or the EKG technician program. These are great programs if you want to work in a hospital as a monitor tech or working in a heart clinic. We also have the patient care tech program, very popular. We have the certified nurse aide program. We're going to hear a little bit about our certified nurse aide program here in a moment. This is going to be another great program to prepare for like a career in nursing. They're high demand positions, and they're going to give you training in a nursing home. We also have the unit clerk coordinator program. This is going to prepare you for a career working on the hospital floors, working with nurses and doctors and patient families. We have the medication aid refresher course. This is for our med aides out there who maybe need to renew their certification every year. We have a new program. It's called our billing and coding program. It's relatively new. It can help you start training as a medical biller or coder, maybe working in a doctor's office or working from home. So it's a very lucrative career, and it's also high in demand. We offered a new program this summer, medical receptionist course, very popular, helps our students to get their foot in the door in the healthcare field, and it's also offered online. And then, of course, we also have our CPR and first aid courses. They're offered on Saturdays. And then we have a new course, Spanish for medical professionals, because it always helps to know a second language working in the healthcare field. So as a reminder, a lot of these courses have been moved over to an online format. If you have any questions about them, please post them in the comments, and we'll get to them here in just a bit. So now I'm going to introduce our program manager for healthcare programs, Yvette Fitzgerald, and she's going to tell us a little bit more about some of her healthcare programs.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Yvette Fitzgerald, a program manager, and I'm also a Del Mar alumni. I'm very proud of that fact that I've gotten a lot of experience from Del Mar College, and I'm proud to pass that on. The focus of my conversation with y'all today is going to be about the Certified Nursing Assistant course. As Melinda already mentioned, those jobs are in hot demand, and we need trained, qualified staff to perform those duties. We have had to put our programming for the CNA course on a soft pause. However, we're hoping to get back into our classroom and labs on September 8th, on Tuesday. September 8th, we have several different opportunities to participate in that program, either a short rapid track course or some longer duration programs. Also, the times are available in the morning, the afternoon, the evening, and at different locations. So we have our main classroom is going to be at the Center for Economic Development on that corner of Castoras and Staples there. And then we have a lab that's being built out and ready to go on the west campus of Del Mar. We do have our Northwest Center also that is accommodating for nurse aid classes, EKG classes, phlebotomy classes, patient care tech classes. And so a little bit more about the CNA course. So Del Mar has been participating in the Certified Nursing Assistant coursework since 1987. If you know anything about long-term care, you know that it's a very heavily regulated industry protected by the OBRA. And so that was the birth of Del Mar's programming back in 1987. We also pride ourselves in having a 144-hour program, which is above and beyond the standards for the state and national guidelines. 72 hours of that is completed in the classroom by a very highly qualified instructor that has long-term care experience, and their credentials have been approved by the state of Texas. So after completing those 72 hours in the classroom with high performance, then you're recommended to go on to a clinical setting for another additional 72 hours, which is hands-on in a long-term care facility. At that point, then you would be recommended for the testing, which is a national certification, and in our instance, it's moderated by the state of Texas, but your credential is a national credential and also includes Guam and Puerto Rico. I welcome all your questions. You can please email us or call that number 698-2122 for further information, and then please put your questions in that chat box so that we can address those. Welcome everybody to Del Mar College. As our Dean, Dr. Rivera, has mentioned, we are here to serve this community. We take a lot of pride in that. And we also have our high school programs that have been very popular in this career training educational scenario. As you all are aware, there's a lot of funding coming from the federal and state governments into the high school programming to get our high school students ready to go to work. That's our objective, is to provide careers. Thank you, everybody, and I hope to hear from you very soon.
Awesome. Thank you, Yvette. All right, so we're going to move on to some of the business courses that are offered through continuing education. We have banking courses, we have career exploration courses. Maybe if you haven't decided yet on a career and you need to know what resources to look up, this course is going to help you with that. We also have workplace courses. Maybe you're working right now and you want to perfect your skills on the job, or looking for an advancement in your career. We have an office assistant program, OSA. Remember, we talked about those occupational skills award. Those credentials are going to look awesome on your resume. So these are going to be offered for the office assistant and for the accounting. Our records and filing management program is another good program. It's ideal for anyone wanting to work maybe in an office setting. We also have our supply chain management OSA, and that's in collaboration with our credit programs. This program is going to teach you about logistics, material handling, and warehouse distribution management. We have an accounting bookkeeping occupational skills program, and that we're going to hear about here in a little bit. We also have a new program, a legal secretary program. Maybe you're interested in working for a lawyer or a law firm, attorneys, or maybe any other businesses that require legal services. This is going to be a good program for you. And then last but not least, we also have our real estate program, very popular right now. It prepares you for Texas licensure. And we have an online program as well that's very popular, and it's self-paced. So yeah, we have a lot of programs in the business area that are offered online. So even though we are in this COVID-19 pandemic right now, you can still continue your education, and we encourage you to do that. All right, so at this time, I'm going to introduce Ms. Rebecca Salinas. She is our program coordinator for career training, and she's going to be telling us a little bit about the accounting and bookkeeping program. Rebecca?
Hi, everyone. Yes, my name is Rebecca Salinas. I absolutely love working with Del Mar and the business area. There's a lot of great programs that Ms. Aguilar just went over. I encourage everyone to look up information on each one of those. But what I really want to focus on is accounting clerk bookkeeping. So you might be thinking, what is that? So accounting clerk bookkeeping, actually, they're the individuals who collect and sort the invoices, the checks, payroll. Very important to us. Those are our friends. They also keep a thorough record of all the business transactions. They process the monthly bank reconciliations. They do so much and they're so vital. And you would think, man, I'm going to have to go to school for 4 years to do this. No, you don't. So you actually only have to go to school for anywhere up to between 8 to 16 weeks, depending which options of our courses that you decide to take. So these courses that you can take with us are, as Miss Melinda mentioned, cross-listed. So a little bit about cross-listed. It means that you as a student can take a college credit class alongside everybody else who may be pursuing an associate degree or something else, along those lines. But you are not paying the full, college price. You're also not having to take a TSI test. You don't even need your high school diploma or high school equivalency, otherwise known as, GED. You don't even need that. You can come in now with us, register today. If you can look behind me, you can see all the info and get excited about it. Learn about this new option. So our instructors, you're actually getting college instructors. You're getting the same as anybody else pursuing an associate. So why wouldn't you do this? It's an amazing option and a career. So when are these classes starting? You're probably thinking, do I have to wait like 6 months? No, they actually start August 24th. And you can register up until the day before if you need to. We recommend, don't do that. But push comes to shove, hey, we will get you in. We want to do anything we can to help you. So now that I've given you a little bit of information, you might be thinking, this sounds great, but where do I even work with this? What do I do? I'm going to tell you. So you can actually work at so many different places, whether it's businesses, nonprofits, banks, law firms, and the pay varies depending upon not just your education, but how fast you are and how professional you are and how good you are at your job. So keep that in mind whenever you're looking at new careers. It's a lot about what you're willing to put into this as well. So hopefully I've given you all a lot of good information. And if you have any questions, please absolutely reach out to us. We're here to help you.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much, Rebecca. That was great. Okay, so our next slide is going to show some of our other education and community courses. As you can see, some of these are going to be offered in an online format as well. We have the child care provider course, we have photography courses, we have basic math courses. Maybe you're interested in trying to brush up on some of your math skills before you take that college algebra course. We have a public speaking course, conversational sign language, food service management, and we also have substitute teaching. So if you're interested in any of these programs that we talked about today, or if you have questions, please post them in the comments box. You can also register with us at delmar.edu/CE, or you can email us for more information at ce@delmar.edu. You can also call us at 698-2122, or you can reach our registration office at 698-1328. We also have, very conveniently, a live chat feature on our Delmar webpage. So you can click on that icon at delmar.edu/CE, and you can talk to someone virtually, face-to-face, if you like. All right, so we've got a couple of questions. First question here is, what is the minimum age to take the CNA test? Miss Yvette, could you answer that question for us?
Yes, thank you for calling in. We're really happy to hear from you. The minimum age to take the national certification for the CNA is going to be 17 years old. Most of the facilities will want to wait until you're 18, however, to employ you, but you can take that test at 17 years old. Also, you can work in a nursing facility for 120 days after you complete our course, while you're waiting to take your exam and become certified. You do have 120 days of grace there. Hope that answers your question.
Perfect. Okay, I think we have a follow-up question too about high school students who meet the age requirement. Can they take the courses at Del Mar instead of their high school?
They could. They can. We've had students do that, and also homeschoolers that will take our courses at the Center for Economic Development or the Northwest Campus at out in the Cal Allen area.
Perfect. All right.
And that, pardon me, if I may add, that goes for all of our courses, the EKG, CNA, phlebotomy, CNA.
Wonderful. Perfect. All right. So another question we have is, does financial aid cover these business courses that we talked about? Rebecca, you want to answer that?
Yes, that's a very good question. Probably one I would have asked myself. So financial aid does cover these courses. However, again, nothing's guaranteed unless you apply. So always ensure that you apply for financial aid. When you do that, you'll list the course that you're interested in having financial aid step in and assist you with. And then depending if you qualify, of course, you'll find out. And if ever you have any issues applying or anything, please reach out to us and we can help you with that as well.
Okay, wonderful. All right, so if you have any other questions, please post those and we'll get around to them. Yvette, I have one last question for your application requirements. Can you tell us a little bit about the application requirements for the healthcare classes?
Yes, thank you for asking. So the application process is really quite simple. It's available online, and those are all fillable forms so that you wouldn't have to come out of quarantine, I guess we call it. Or so you can do everything from the comfort of your home and the safety of your home. It's available online. If you need any assistance at all, we encourage you to call us and email us, because the application can be a little bit intimidating. It's several pages long, and there's quite a few documents that we do require, but we always work with you and we're there to assist at any time. As far as a lot of people have questions about immunizations, the drug screen, the criminal background check, it's all on that application form, but we're always just one phone call or one email away to help you out with it.
Very good. Thank you, Yvette.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we have one more question. How do we get signed up for the Rebuild Texas program? Mr. Arnold.
Oh, thank you, Melinda. As I mentioned in my little talk I gave you before, Rebuild Texas will be starting a new group of students on October the 19th. And we'll have 3 locations. One will be in Sinton, one will be hopefully in Gregory, Portland. We're working on that right now, and another one in Refugio. And basically all you have to do is go online. My suggestion is you go to the continuing education webpage and just follow the links down to construction, and it'll take you to the Rebuild area where you can get all kinds of information. The other is you can call at the end of this presentation, I think that we're going to be posting the call-in information. So you can just look at that and call in on those numbers. But one of the numbers is 361-698-2122. Or you can go onto the Del Mar webpage and find my location and give me a call and I'll tell you how to sign up. But there is the information posted. You can go to either one of those websites or either one of those phone numbers or also the website. But do go to the continuing education website and just follow the links down to Rebuild Texas. It'll give you all kinds of information, including how to sign up.
Perfect. Okay, Arnold, what was the cost again for that program?
As I mentioned, it's free. There is no cost. It is absolutely free. You get 280 hours, 8 weeks of training, all paid for through the generosity of the One Star Rebuild Texas Foundation. And if you were to actually pay the tuition on a course like this, it would probably run you about $1,700 to about $2,000. So it is a very, very good bargain. And we've had lots of students go through the course and it has changed many lives. So I do encourage you, if you're interested in becoming an entry-level carpenter, to sign up for the course.
Wonderful. Thank you for that information.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and wrap up. I'm going to hand it over to our dean, Dr. Rivera, and he's going to close us out. Dr. Rivera?
All right. Thanks, Melinda. And thank you so much for joining us today. I think you got a lot of great information on our carpentry program, our Certified Nurses Aid program, and our bookkeeping program. And you're going to see that all programs are there to get you employed quickly and fast. And so we want to be able to drive that home to you. Again, Del Mar's been here for 85 years. We're here to serve you, our community here in the Coastal Bend. And please continue to check us out on the information that was posted on there on how to contact us. Again, the 698-2122, great number to call, or just simply email us at the ce@delmar.edu, or click on our live chat and we'll be able to answer your questions remotely, just like we're doing right now. We'll be able to see each other and talk to each other, and we could do that virtually, face to face. So a lot of great information that was covered today. I really, truly appreciate y'all joining us for this live Facebook session. And we look forward to joining y'all in the next month or so to provide you another overview of 3 other programs that could be completed in short time periods, perhaps 3 months or less. And so, again, join us next month, perhaps. And again, we will look forward to seeing y'all then. Thank you and have a great day, everyone.